What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access, and today we're joined by Bishop Lamont. Thank you for coming through, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, man. And don't you have a new project out with your great posture here?
Oh, well, yes. Finally, the legendary Reformation.
It has arrived. It has been reformed.
Yeah, reformed, reshaped, redesigned, all new parts. It's amazing.
Yes. So.
Let me put my hands together.
Yes. It's interesting, Bishop, because now knowing you for a little while, I think there's a perception that things take a while for them to come out for you, but you're also extremely prolific as far as making music and writing and doing all the different things that you do. So how are you been able to kind of balance and navigate that throughout your career?
That is a great question, but the first part of that, it only takes a while because it had to take a while with the original situation with Aftermath. So yes. I always tell people now that the album's out, they're like, oh, I had to wait half my life for it, but it's finally here, thank you. And I'm like, okay, that's beautiful, but understand it wasn't on purpose.
Right.
I'm not Stanley Kubrick. I'm not trying to I want to be that brought down, but not that. So it was just going through the politics of that and making all that right with Dre to where we could move forward. And that 500-pound oxen was off my back of everything that I went through over there. The goal was to leave out of that situation without PTS, leave out of that situation without anything in the spirit and the heart, and to embrace that whole experience and come out of it, pardon the pun, a phoenix. And so yes, so the thing for me always from day one, because I was thinking about it on the ride over here in the car, or it could have happened before, because I'm crazy when I'm listening to classical music in the morning, but I thought about how things could have been so different if I didn't put out so much music while I was on that label without a release date.
Gotcha.
People would never know me because I know so many people that are in unmarked graves in Aftermath history that'll never be known because they didn't see the foresight, they didn't have it to go, I need to put music out because they're not gonna move, I need to move. So I learned a bootleg Tupac format of because I worked at Can-Am and I love working in the room where Tupac did all his stuff, especially in the Machiavelli. And I just learned, especially with writing so many songs for Detox, I learned to just have a huge output of music. And that's what was my lifeline while fighting that. You know, the politics and the business, that's the sad part of the business that I don't wish on anybody, and I want people to be more aware of, is how much the business doesn't care about the art and how it doesn't care about the artist. And they'll do everything to lure you in, but then once you're in, you're just another cattle waiting for the slaughter, you know what I mean? Or if somebody goes, I'm gonna make you my pet chicken, you're going to avoid slaughter, but you're still gonna lay eggs for me. You know, so there's different ways that it's done. So for me, that's what kept me prolific and kept me in love with the art, because when you get let down by what you see on the other side of it, it can take away the spirit, it can take away the fire and the purity. So I'm happy that I came through it. It wasn't easy, but it's not impossible. So that's why the Reformation sounds as incredible as it does.
Yeah, and it's as your work has been very diverse, very thematically diverse as well, with a lot of different things.
Outkast taught me that.
Outkast, one of the best, if not the best.
Continue, yes, message.
Yes. So that being said, you also, throughout your career, and you do on this album as well, work with a lot of artists. So how have you been able to see some artists you work with have been platinum, been around forever? Some artists are more emerging. How have you been able to kind of navigate in the different stages of your career, seeing kind of the different waves of the other artists as you're going through your own waves and kind of working with them at different points of their careers?
That's a great question.
Well, thank you.
It's just being a fan. It's being a fan of music and being a fan of genuine human beings like yourself, like this man off camera. When you find genuine spirits, the thing that is very hard to find in this business, as you well know, anything in entertainment, most people are phony as fuck. And I despise that shit. I'm like, fuck out my face. You are a person. If this is who you are all day long, you're not living right. You don't have anything to go home for if you're in this character all the time. So usually the people I won't say usually, definitely the people I work with are people that I admire, that I respect, that are good people. I'm so about Buddy Ball, and I'm so about Return of the Jedi. It's about all the good guys fighting the Death Star and the evil Empire. Right. So I want to work with just those powerful Jedi who I think have the Force is strong within them, and we can do something great for the culture. And it's a great exchange to work with people that deserve the opportunities.
Right.
So throughout my career, I'm a fan first. So when I hear people rhyme, I'm either excited and I'm a fan, or I'm not a fan and I'm not fucking with you. So when you see me on songs with people, I'm a fan. So that's the thing that always navigates it for me. I'm not worried about if you're platinum or not, or if you got a buzz. If we connect somewhere at a bar drinking, or at some art shit, or just a comic book store, some weirdo shit, and we connect through mutual weirdos and nerds and scientists and musicians, there we go.
Right,
and if we have this energy, I want to go take that into the studio and see what happens, and that's pretty much what it is. And that's why on like the Reformation, you have somebody, I have to say people's names because it's shameless promotion, so they can shine. You have somebody like Sinead White, who's incredible, Empress Selassie, who's incredible. You know, it's about giving these new cats to shine, because I'm a fan and I want to see them go as far as possible. The light's supposed to be shared.
And that, to that point, that really helps push the genre forward. It helps develop you as an artist. So it's not only helping the culture and the music, but it also helps you artistically, I would imagine, right?
Absolutely, because I'm a fan first, but I'm a fan of so many different genres of music, that I seek out those musics that I start to listen to. I seek out, okay, I'm in this mode and I want this kind of weird instrumentation. How can I find this? And then the universe seems to supply it as I get on my journey. But I want to keep evolving the art form. I don't want it to be relegated to just the same parameters that it's been trapped in, and where there is no growth of the conversation, there is no daring in how it's presented. You know, but there's basic elements that should never change at the same time for me. And that's making sure the beats fucking bang. I'm not going to be some weirdo that's going to take your Starbucks coffee, your Starbucks cup, and tap it and go, and then pull the straw and say, okay, this is the beat. It's deep. No, you know, it's got to fucking bang. So that, you know, but other than that, everything else from that foundation, I want to take it to the highest heights, and that's what I'm after.